Okay, so if I want to find the highest common factor of 40 and 90, the first thing that I need to do is to express both of those numbers as a product of primes. So if I start off with 40, I know that the number 2 goes into 40, and that's prime. And how many 2's go into 40? Well, that's 20. 2 is prime, so I circle it. 20 is not prime, so I need to continue. Again, I know that 2 goes into 20, and it goes into it 10 times. 2 is prime, so I circle it. 10 is not prime, so I continue. I know that 2 goes into 10. I can circle that because that's prime. And it's 5 times that 2 goes into 10. That's also prime, so I can circle that. I move on to 90. I know that 3 goes into 90. And it goes into it 30 times. 3 is prime, so I can circle it. 30 is not prime, so I need to continue. I know that 5 goes into 30, and it goes into it 6 times. I know 5 is prime, so I circle it. 6 isn't prime, so I continue. I know that 2 goes into 6, and I know it goes into 6 3 times. 2 is prime, so I circle it. 3 is also prime, so I circle that. Now, I express each number as a product of primes. I can see that 40 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. I can see that 90 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. I'm looking for numbers that appear in both of those lists. So I can see the number 2 appears in both lists, and the number 5 appears in both lists. There's no other numbers that appear in both of those lists. What I do now is I multiply any sets of numbers I've circled. So I've got a set of 2 and a set of 5. So I do 2 times 5. That equals 10. That tells me that the highest common factor of 40 and 90 is 10. Okay, so another example. I want to find the highest common factor of 18 and 25. So again, I'm going to express both of those numbers as a product of primes. So 18, I know that 3 goes into it, and it goes into it 6 times. 3 is prime, so I circle it. 6 isn't prime, so I continue. I know that 2 goes into 6, and it goes into it 3 times. 2 and 3 are both prime, so I can circle. The number 25, I know that 5 goes into it, and it goes into it 5 times. 5 is prime, so I can circle both of those. I then express them as products of primes. Okay, so 18 is 2 times 3 times 3, and 25 is 5 times 5. I'm looking for any number that appears in both lists. I can see that there's no number that appears in both. So I say that the highest common factor just equals 1.